Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Jinx Logos. You see their phone number right there. Call Jimmy Andrews and his team this week. I've never dealt with a group that does better promotional items, better giveaway items than Jinx Logos. And you can see right here, we've shown you this a couple times. This, for the golf fans out there, this is an OGIO bag for golf equipment, shoes in there, everything. You can get that thing with your own logo embroidered right there for your sales team, for whatever. But here's the amazing thing. This thing would go retail $75. Embroidered through Jimmy and Jinx Logos, you'd get that for less than $30. That is less than half price what you'd pay, and it's got your logo on it. Folks, if you are trying to outfit your sales team or to come up with enough giveaway items, for your clients,
for a golf tournament?
For a golf tournament, you can't do any better than to go through Jimmy Andrews and Jinx Logos, whose phone number is going to be right there on the desk throughout this entire segment. All right, see, there it is. Last segment, we looked at in-conference scheduling. Now I want to look at non-conference scheduling. Here is what we got here. Let's go ahead and put up this full screen. All right, what you got there, that is the SEC's list from 2008 to 2014. The number of teams that come from the current Power 5. So even a Rutgers, who Arkansas has played, they weren't Power 5 at the time. They're going Power 5 this year, so we count that. All right, so that was a program that was good enough to move into the Big Ten. So current Power 5 teams. Nobody's played more than Georgia. All right. Then you've got current FCS teams. Like Georgia Southern's no longer on that list. They're moving up to FBS this year, so they're not on there. But you just look, 2008, 2014, Georgia has played 9 more Power 5 teams than they have FCS teams. Alabama, Florida, Vanderbilt are all +4. LSU, South Carolina +3. I may be looking at that wrong. Tennessee +2. Surprisingly. It would be +3 if they hadn't chickened out against North Carolina. But +2, and then you go down to Missouri +1. All the way down at the bottom, schools that should just absolutely be ashamed of themselves. Mississippi State and Ole Miss have played more current FCS opponents than they have current Power 5 opponents. So if you want to know who's going to be impacted by the SEC's decision to make everyone now play a Power 5 team, Ole Miss and Mississippi State, because that is pathetic. We'll just quickly move on, or what thoughts on what you saw?
I'm surprised at Texas A&M being down there right there with Mississippi State and Ole Miss. That's kind of surprising to me that Texas A&M is down in the basement with these guys.
They tend to play 3 teams from inside their state, and it's SMU and Rice. They're old Southwest Conference foes, but they're not Power 5. So that's where
I give them a little bit of a break on that then. Okay. And I don't give Vanderbilt a little bit of a break, even though they're above Tennessee. Wake Forest. I mean, you look at who they schedule.
They play Duke, Northwestern, Wake Forest. They schedule against themselves. I mean,
they do calculus at halftime.
The academic scheduling.
All right, I think that +9 though. All these people that walk around and say, Mark Rick's never won a BCS championship. Well, he's playing a much tougher schedule than anybody. They got Georgia Tech every year, and then they'll go out and get another FBS team every year, another Power 5 team every year. And then one year they had 2 in addition to Georgia Tech. So they deserve credit. Now let's look over at our WIPE board today, over at the Nova Copy board. We can go ahead and take a shot of that. Here are the favorite cupcakes of SEC teams. From 2008 through 2014, these are the teams who have most often, these are the teams not Power 5, non-conference schools, that have appeared most often on SEC schedules. UAB, honorary member of the Southeastern Conference. They pretty much get a check at Destin every year.
But has Alabama or Auburn either one played them?
I don't believe so. It's everyone else is playing them.
Everyone else.
13, yeah. 13 times they've played an SEC foe since 2008. Louisiana Monroe is another one that's up there. Then you've got Troy, Western Kentucky at 10, Louisiana Tech at 8, Memphis at 7. Stop me if any of these interest you, as if you're a Tennessee fan, which of these interest you?
Memphis.
Okay.
Yeah, Memphis.
Yeah. None of those other earlier ones. And Tennessee's played all of those at one time or another.
Troy has a pretty good program. They've pulled some upsets. The men of Troy, I wouldn't mind seeing
and
that.
Tyler Summit's coaching at Louisiana Tech.
Yeah,
so there you go.
Okay, all right. Let's go back to the board. Arkansas State, Florida Atlantic is fast on the rise. Furman, anybody there that's not surrounded by red, that's an FCS team this year. Furman. Plays 6 SEC foes: Miami of Ohio, Lafayette, MTSU.
That's not bad. That's an in-state. I mean, if Memphis isn't going to play, MTSU's not a bad
That's
conference.
No offense to your alma mater, but all right. North Texas, North Texas, Samford, Southern Miss.
Southern Miss, I'm okay with. They jump up and down a little bit. They're a pretty decent program.
Look, Tulane used to be in the SEC. If Tennessee's going to schedule some regional flop,
Yeah.
I'd
There
like
you
to
go.
see Tulane. And here's
and
the
they
thing.
have the same T on their helmet.
Well, actually, it's not. It's now like a wave thing.
Yeah,
When did they change?
it's kind of by talent.
Sometime in the 70s.
Yeah, about 20 years ago.
But anyway, Tulane is, to me, if you've got a year where you've got a big, like Oklahoma or somebody coming here, throw your fans a bone. Do a home and home with Tulane. Let them go down to New Orleans for a
Let
week.
Mike Strange go to New Orleans.
there
He'll
you
vote
go.
for
Put
that.
Tennessee, put Tulane on Tennessee's schedule. Okay, that'd be better than Louisiana Lafayette. They got UT Martin. I don't care. I'm sorry. Sorry to the Martin fans. Charleston Southern FCS. No. Chattanooga on the schedule this year. No. Oh, that's only interesting if Tennessee loses and there's a riot on the field, and like there was in 1950, whatever that was. Georgia Southern now jumping to the FBS. Don't care. Idaho. Jacksonville State, which ironically is located in Alabama, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Rice, SMU, that's Texas A&M, then South Alabama, and Western Carolina. So we basically think Memphis, and Chuck thinks MTSU. Then we got Southern Miss and Tulane.
Tulane, yeah.
Okay, all right. And Troy got a okay.
Troy,
from
the men
Chuck.
of Troy.
All right, very good. All right. By the way, I did want to point out one thing. Occasionally on this show, I will have somebody that I come into contact with in a business sense that I want to mention because they did me a solid, and I like it, and it's my opportunity, it's my show to give a plug to somebody. I want to tell you about Timothy Harris and Harris Lock Services. You see his phone number there. He's local, but he's got a 615 cell number. This guy took care of me. Bob knows this story. Took care of me a couple weeks ago when I was trapped in my own bathroom. I'd been mopping, and
Yeah, right.
That was your first mistake.
I cleaned my house. I'd been mopping, and I go to open the door. It wasn't locked. It's just the door no longer turned enough to pull the lever in. The latch wouldn't come in. Okay, there aren't a lot of tools in your bathroom, so the only thing I could do is kick the thing out. But anyway, wound up getting in touch with this guy. He shows up, fixes it in I think 3 seconds. So Timothy Harris, great job. Give this guy a call. He'll take care of you. Really nice young fella. I was appreciative, and I was very impressed with him. You will be too. If you ever need a locksmith, Timothy Harris is the guy to call. All right. When we come back, who should Tennessee's 2 new permanent basketball rivals be? We'll discuss that.
You are watching East Tennessee's first and only year-round sports talk show on television.